Torsion in Gastropoda. Torsion is a developmental process unique to gastropods, snails and slugs, that occurs during the larval stage. It involves a 180 degrees twist of the visceral mass, mantle, and shell, which results in a significant rearrangement of the internal organs relative to the head and foot. This process distinguishes gastropods from other mollusks. Stages of torsion. 1. Pre-torsion stage. Initially, the gastropod's body has a linear structure with the head at the anterior and the mantle cavity, gills, and anus at the posterior end. 2. Mid-torsion stage, 90 degrees rotation. During the first phase of torsion, muscle contraction causes the visceral mass and shell to rotate 90 degrees. At this point, the mantle cavity and anus are positioned laterally, alongside the body. 3. Post-torsion stage, complete 180 degrees rotation. As torsion completes, the visceral mass and mantle cavity finish the remaining 90 degrees rotation, resulting in a 180 degrees twist. Now, the mantle cavity, which contains the gills, osphradium, a sensory organ, and anus, is located just behind the head. Consequences of torsion. Improve protection. One benefit of torsion is that it allows the gastropod to retract its head into its shell first, followed by the rest of the body, providing a defensive advantage. Fouling problem. The relocation of the anus near the head creates a risk of fouling, where waste materials may pass over the gills and mouth, potentially contaminating these vital areas. Some gastropods have developed adaptations, such as one-way water flow, to minimize fouling. Detorsion in Gastropoda. Detorsion is a process observed in certain gastropods, particularly opisthobrynx, for example sea slugs, where the effects of torsion are either partially or fully reversed. This evolutionary adaptation shifts the anus and mantle cavity back towards the posterior of the body, restoring a more ancestral, bilaterally symmetrical state. Stages of detorsion. 1. Partial detorsion. In some species, detorsion does not fully reverse torsion but reduces the rotation by about 90 degrees. This repositions the mantle cavity and anus further away from the head. 2. Complete detorsion. In other gastropods, such as opisthobrynx, the body undergoes full detorsion, returning to a pre-torsion-like state, with the mantle cavity and anus situated at the posterior end of the body. Consequences of detorsion. Reduced fouling. The primary advantage of detorsion is the reduction or elimination of the fouling problem, as the anus is no longer near the gills and mouth. Loss of shell. Many gastropods that undergo detorsion, such as nudibranchs, also experience a reduction or complete loss of the shell during development, which further differentiates them from their shelled relatives.